All right.
I'm late.
It is all right. You were on. You were on the. You were online. my
We are
friend.
on the
Online.
internet.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Go ahead and share,
Hello.
everybody.
On the interweb. What's that?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We are Evildoers Beware from New Jersey HorrorCon.
There it
I
is.
am Kristen.
I am Ryan
Ryan.
Scott Weber.
And my name is Ming Chen. Welcome, everybody. Horror fans, pop culture fans.
Yes.
Fans.
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 Fans of fans of fans.
Fans and fans.
We love fans.
Yes.
This is fun. Sorry we started late.
And like real fans, like in like the summertime too. I like them.
Yeah. So March 29th, 30th, and 31st at the Showboat
Yes.
Hotel in
Yes.
Atlantic City.
Yes.
How many?
Great
How many
Showboat.
square feet again?
100,000 square feet.
Of horror, pop culture,
An old casino floor.
It's pretty crazy.
musicians, and then
Yeah.
Everything.
and then you never knew who was going to show up.
It's true. We have people that show up randomly,
Yes.
like
Brian Johnson,
yeah,
Ming Chen.
the Brian Quinn too, Impractical Jokers.
That's right. Brian Quinn showed up one year, and yeah, you should be there because you never know.
Never
That's
know.
right.
Who'll pop up.
That's very true.
I'm just
we
sharing.
actually we announced how many guests since our last podcast recording,
couple.
which was about a month ago. More recently, I don't know. You
Couple guests.
Yeah.
We did John Kassir, who's the Crypt Keeper
Yes.
from Tales from the Crypt, and we have Mick Garris,
Yep.
who is a director / producer, one of the masters of horror, along with Joe Dante and John Carpenter. He's worked with all of them, and also Steven Spielberg, and he's going to be doing a special conversation on Friday and Saturday at 8 o'clock. So in the middle of the show on Friday, we're going to have him doing it too.
That's great. Do you have the hours set yet? I know what the thing I love about horror conventions is they typically go a little later than your usual convention. Because
Yeah.
horror, you got to go in the dark of night, man, like the stroke of midnight.
That's right. I think it's 5 to 11 on Friday.
Okay.
We did go along last show. We went actually till about 12. I let the floor open because of Linda Blair had a flight issue, and she stayed and signed for all
Yeah,
of
she
her
was great.
fans.
Yeah, she did. She did stay. That was very nice of her. Yeah.
So we kept the floor open for an extra hour for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturdays 10 to 7 and Sundays 10 to 5. But we're going to have a special presentation with Mick Garris, and he's going to be just talking about his career and all of his crazy movies that he's done. He's directed Sleepwalkers. He
Yeah.
wrote Hocus Pocus, Batteries Not Included.
Now, was he? I remember you mentioning because I'm not 100% familiar. Now I am, but before I wasn't. And you had mentioned he was in Thriller, Michael Jackson.
He was. He started pretty much his career as
So
a zombie in Thriller, Michael Jackson's
Really?
Thriller, yeah.
I would love. I'm gonna ask. Hey, I heard you were in the Michael Jackson movie Thriller video. Like, how did
Yeah.
you get there? And I would love to hear that story.
Right?
Yeah.
I think he met John Landis there, and maybe then that maybe led to more connections, but I'm not really positive. He also has an awesome podcast called Post Mortem
Okay.
with Mick Garris. It's very popular, and he interviews all horror directors, writers, actors. It's pretty awesome. I've listened to a bunch of them. He also he had something to do with Critters 2. He remade The Shining with Steven Weber.
Yeah.
He directed that. He directed some episodes of The Stand with Stephen King. So he worked with Stephen King a lot. So he has probably some really interesting stories. So
That's amazing. How did he come up on your radar?
I always liked him.
Okay, so you're a fan. So you just reached out to his management,
I talked to him directly. Actually, he's really cool.
like Facebook, or did you see him at a con?
Facebook, email, a bunch of different ways.
God bless Facebook, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember back in the day, not even 10, 15 years ago, if you wanted to get in touch with, say, Kevin Smith or Mick Garris or
Yep.
anybody, you would. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start.
I couldn't believe I was talking to him, at first, and then he's just a really down to earth guy,
Yeah.
and I said I really love to do this, and he said to me he didn't do a lot of shows, so he I just wanted to show him that we're a film festival as well, and
Yeah.
we appreciate the directors and the producers and all that. So
Right, and you're a fellow filmmaker as well.
yeah, and I'm a
so-
filmmaker, so we would love to have him there, and he was very adamant about signing for free. and taking
Oh,
pictures
wow.
for free.
Okay.
So he's going to do that. But we also made the event sort of free because as long as you get into the convention,
Yeah.
you can go to it.
Wow, that's very rare. Where be like, yeah, I'll just sign for free.
Yeah.
It's very rare in today's environment.
Yeah, and he loves his fans. I think he just wants to come and be a part of it. So
Yeah.
we're excited about that. And then we did the Pet Cemetery reunion. We got Miko Hughes, who is Gage creator. I think we announced him last time. Though.
He was already
But we added Denise Crosby.
right more recently, yeah.
And,
Denise Crosby is probably one of the coolest people I've ever met. I met her through one of the Walking Dead conventions. She was a guest there, and
yeah, she was on The Walking Dead, I think.
yeah, she played
briefly.
Mary. Yeah, over at and she was the leader of Terminus for anybody who remembers with The Walking Dead. But I got to moderate a couple of her panels, and she couldn't have
cool.
been nicer. So, and then
Yeah,
I
we're
was
excited.
I was at another con where in Lexington where I jokingly asked people to bring me bourbon, and they did. So my whole con table was like, it looked like a bar.
That's
People brought me so
awesome.
many
Oh, wow.
bottles of bourbon, and she was a guest. She came up to say hi to me. She was like, "Well, we're doing a shot or what?" I'm like,
Oh, cool.
"We're doing a shot." So yeah, she's totally cool.
Nice.
Yeah, she's done a lot. Star Trek and, like you said, Walking Dead and then Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of other
I
projects.
forgot she was in Pet Cemetery. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think, it's kind of a family reunion. There is a daughter, I believe. And we have contacted her, but I'm not sure if we're gonna able to get her. She doesn't really do a lot anymore. She does voiceover stuff, I think. and
Yeah,
that's
a
it.
lot of times though, once they see, it's like, oh my god, you got the whole cast. You don't want to
Yeah.
get left. You don't want to be left out. Or
Yeah.
so even if you're kind of opposed to doing these things, you're like, yeah, I'll come. I'll complete the reunion.
We are thinking of doing a Pet Cemetery set as well.
what would
put
be
that
on the
out there.
set?
That's actually news to me.
Would it be the burial, like a bunch of dirt and like the burial ground?
Yeah, well,
Can you bring your like pets, like your dead pets?
Oh,
and-
awkward.
well,
Scatter their ashes.
there's like a sign that's written. It says Pet Cemetery that's written, and then there's just the gravestones in the background. So Chris Waters, who does our awards,
Yeah.
who is an amazing, talented guy, he for a while he was designing fake gravestones for people and for some project. I'm not really sure exactly why, but when we filmed my movie Pretty Fine Things, and in his house up in Boston, we filmed a couple scenes with Lynn Lowry
Yeah.
there. In his basement, he had like all these gravestones, like all these things. And I remember seeing them. So I haven't talked to him about it yet, but we'll see if he wants to make some gravestones, and we
Right.
can maybe do some kind of Pet Cemetery set.
What
If
was
it's
the cat's
possible.
name in that movie? The dead cat that
haven't
comes
seen
back
it
to
in
life.
so long.
somebody
I
on
gotta watch
somebody
it.
on somebody on Facebook chime in. I know you know
Yeah.
what the
Yeah,
name is.
someone has
It's on
to.
the tip of my tongue too. And I can't.
I'm really
remember.
bad at remembering stuff like that sometimes.
Yeah.
The names. I know the names of the actors. But
Sure,
not-
I know.
I always feel like I have to go back and like watch all the movies again, just to, like before the show, just to kind of. Oh yeah, that's right. That's who that is.
I think we said we were going to watch it, right? Or-
Yeah, we have to.
That was
yeah.
a good one, though. I know Stephen King adaptation, book to movie, hit or miss. You get some great ones like The Shining, and then and Pet Cemetery, and then you get a lot of not so great ones. So, but Pet Cemetery is in the one of the great ones
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Churchy, Church.
Oh, okay.
Church.
Someone wrote that?
Yep. Thank you, Bubba Karloff.
Oh, there
Got
he is.
it.
Bubba Karloff.
Bubba Karloff.
Is there any relation there?
Oh,
Bubba?
Dan Larson.
Lawson.
Dan Lawson.
Sorry. It's Churchy. He wrote Churchy.
Oh, that's
And thank you, Dan Lawson, for
Q's
sure.
doppelganger.
Yes.
Oh.
Uh huh.
Who we thought was cute at one time.
Yeah, you look just like him. Crazy.
He does.
Thank you guys for chiming in. Damon Ross, Bubba Karloff, Dan
Cool.
Lawson. You got
Yeah.
true horror fans out there.
So that's
Nice.
who we've announced so far since at least the last time we were here
think
about
so,
a month
I think,
ago.
yeah.
But fear not.
And,
I know there would be more announcements, but the problem
Yes.
is Hollywood and working with Kevin. I noticed this.
Yeah.
The whole basically all of Hollywood shuts down the whole month of December. So
we get it.
So I know
yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of these people work with agencies and stuff, and you're emailing them and you're not getting a reply, and that's because they've all taken the whole month of December off.
Yeah. But they're coming. We got a bunch, waiting to be announced, I think.
Yeah.
So I think there should be one or two this week at least.
Okay. I mean, I know what you like. I
Yeah.
know what you're a fan of, and I know you try to go for the top.
It's a
Yep.
hint.
And
Yeah, we work
I'm
hard. I
excited.
work really hard to get the great guests there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. I think it's just gonna keep building up to better and better guests as we announce
Yeah.
everybody. So it's
Yes.
kind of a build up to a big guest.
yeah,
So,
I'm
or
excited,
two.
man.
So yeah, we have some great guests already. I think the lineup's pretty great, and we went a very little more horror than ever this time. I
Okay.
think so. To getting John Cassier and the Night of the Demons with Linnea Quigley and Amelia back, and they're going to be dressing up in their Night of the Demons costumes. And
Really?
the guy from Terrifier is coming with the director. So there's
Harvey.
yeah,
his name?
Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
The Omen.
Damien from the Omen.
Which was one of my favorite classic.
Of course, Father Evil, and
Yeah.
Yes.
we have Jason Marsden and Butch Patrick, who both played Eddie Munster, both of them in two different
That's right.
Munster, Munsters today and the regular
The
Munsters.
incarnations, yes.
So, and Jason also was in Hocus Pocus, which Mick Garris wrote, and so there's a lot of different connections there. I like to connect some people as much as possible. So,
That's awesome. You were talking about the guy who makes your gravestones. You guys are known for replicating sets.
Yeah.
Some pretty amazing sets. You had Cassandra's Red Couch and I guess her domain or crypt, I guess you could call it.
yeah,
You had the
That was fun.
Mr. Belding's office, and then the Camp Crystal Lake set. Is there one guy who builds all these sets?
we do it.
Oh, you do it.
We do it. Kristen and I, Rich and Lisa, also have a
Chris
huge part
Waters
of it, and
came
Chris
down
Waters.
from Boston
Yeah.
to help with the Elvira set. He's the one who actually makes the New Jersey HorrorCon awards that we give
Yeah,
away as
they're-
well. So that's
He
that's
built
him,
like the cement wall for Elvira, the
Okay.
fake one.
Yeah.
And
That's
then-
insane. It looked great.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I mean, it looked,
foam.
yeah, but it was TV, it was broadcast quality.
He made the
Set.
sign for the Friday the 13th stand. So Rich
Right.
made the stand, and Chris made the sign, and then I went out and got like the fake trees and the background and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And Belding set was kind of a last minute thing, and I just went to a bunch of different places and picked stuff
Went
up.
to like a 70s office supply,
Or like a
junkyard.
Goodwill, I think I went to.
I think so. Yeah, it was
a
something
Restore,
like that.
it was
yeah.
called.
Yeah.
Found a desk,
It's funny because when we break these sets down,
Right.
they have to go somewhere, whether
Okay.
it's the garbage or
Sure.
home. And
Or storage.
Ryan, right? And Ryan was like, "Oh, we're going to keep, the Elvira's couch." And I said, "Well, what about Belding's desk and set?" And he looked at me. I was like, "It's not coming home with us."
Yeah,
Do something with
that
it.
desk was
That's
a
in the
full,
garbage.
the
Yeah.
full-on metal 70s principal's desk.
I kept the like supplies and that kind
Yeah,
of
the
stuff.
stapler, and I think you had a phone on there.
Yeah, but we
That was
threw
cool.
everything else had to be disposed of. But the Elvira set is saved,
Yeah.
and so is the
Yep.
the Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, you'll be needing those again.
Well, Friday. I think we're gonna definitely have the Friday the 13th.
You'll be needing those again for
at
sure.
this show, because Ari is
Ari's-
coming.
Right. Yeah.
So he was the first Jason.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have that set up because that was probably the most popular one besides Elvira, but people would just jump in and take a picture in front of the Camp Crystal Lake sign. So
Right.
yeah, Rich and Lisa and Chris and Kristen and I worked very hard on getting those sets as accurate as possible. The Elvira one especially.
It's great.
So
It's great. It was because I came a little early, and it gave me no greater thrill than take photos on those sets.
yeah, the Elvira one actually, Cassandra was working with us a little bit, and I was emailing with her about
Also
what
for
she wanted. and stuff.
Authenticity. She was like, no, move this candle like over here. And
She
we're
really
like,
wanted a stage for it, so that's why we built the platform. The stuff like that. But I found the Vincent Price head as
Right,
well, that's
yeah.
just kind of rare, which is in her newer show,
Yeah.
newer show on Hulu. And but I heard she's going to be possibly making another movie. So
She should.
yeah,
She should. I would
see.
say she's bigger than ever right now.
yeah,
And,
she was a great guest. She was so professional and awesome, and we would have her back in a heartbeat. So
I love her. Comic Book Men alumni for anyone that not aware, but she was very. She blew it away on the set, and then well, like she remembers me.
Yeah.
So that's
that's
that,
a great
that doesn't
episode
hurt.
of Comic Book Men.
Yeah,
with her.
we just really quick. We do a blood drive at the comic book store, and who better spokeswoman to get than Elvira, Mistress of the
Yeah,
Dark.
that's
so,
true. Yeah,
So we
Yeah.
saved a lot of lives that day.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
We also, by the way, on Facebook, Rich Luongo, he started a New Jersey HorrorCon fan page.
Oh, okay. So we should
So
probably.
you can add that on. Look, if you search it on Facebook, it will be there. We have like 200 people already added in there.
Yep.
So we're gonna have people can post their pictures from the show.
Oh,
and
cool. Okay, yeah, definitely join
We'll
that.
post guest announcements in there too.
It's a public group.
Get in on the
Yeah, it's a
community,
group.
man.
So we have a regular Facebook page from New Jersey HorrorCon. We have our event page, and now we have the group.
Right.
So.
Yep. Yeah.
And then we have a whole nother show we just started. So,
Yeah, what's this? I saw something. I
why
think it
we're
was
here.
in an email box or on Facebook.
Yeah.
What do you got going on?
well, I wanted to do a show that featured the vendors more because the vendors are so awesome at our show, and not so celebrity driven. Even though I love the celebrities, so I went to this place that's kind of it brings you back in time called the Merchant Square. It's technically called the Merchant Square Mall, but really it's the Merchant Square. It's called both, but
Okay,
it's-
where is this?
It's in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Okay, cool.
Right over the border a little bit. And it is an antique mall as well as has a showroom, which huge 10,000 square foot showroom.
Okay,
And the great Allentown Comic Con is there,
right.
which I attended. And we started talking to the guy there and everything. And
Is that
so-
Chris?
I think it's Mike.
Mike. Okay, Mike.
He's a real nice guy, and they have great parking and a lot of room, and they have it's a kind of a hidden back, but I in the like where it is, but it gave me a nice market feel. So we decided to start the horror sideshow market. So it's going to be about 100 120 vendors, and we're going to have some sideshow type events going on, and already been contacted by a couple of fire breathing
Performers?
acts and performers.
Nice.
We might have one or two. I know Father Evil's definitely going to be coming. We have a bunch of vendors already signed up. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be June 8th and 9th, 2 days.
Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yeah, and there could be different vendors each day because some are doing both days, some are doing one day, some are doing
Right.
you
And
know.
and if you are a vendor and you are looking to sign up, that is an option. It's hard with the actual convention down in Atlantic City. We're there for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But this show, if you're only looking to do Saturday or only looking to do Sunday, you can sign up for 1 day if you like, or you can sign up for the whole weekend.
Yeah. So there's options because I know also some vendors have a tough time with doing the 3-day event
Sure.
and getting a hotel room, and so we decided to do that. So I think it's going to be really cool.
So go to horrorsideshowmarket.com.
Yep.
Follow them on Facebook as well. And there's an event page as well.
And that
but
design is
definitely-
also by Chris Waters. He actually made that for New Jersey HorrorCon as well as the skull that's inside New Jersey here. So we took that and we made that the Horror Sideshow Market design.
That's cool.
So-
June 8th and 9th, Merchant Square in Allentown, Pennsylvania, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, horrorsideshowmarket.com.
Right.
Get grab a table now.
Yeah.
Especially if you've you have your vendor who may be involved in horror themed merchandise.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would not get involved in this. This is they did this for you, for
Yeah,
God's sake.
we already have Deadly
Yeah.
Grounds Coffee coming and a bunch of really high-end vendors.
Yeah, I mean it's been a great response since we announced it, which is amazing, and I think more than what we anticipated. So we're excited.
Yeah.
Wow, these tables were very reasonable.
Yes.
You're not
Very.
gonna
That's-
find tables
yeah.
this cheap anywhere else. So
Well, that's the thing too. Is like because of the showboat, it's expensive to put on the convention. But when you don't have celebrities, you don't have the overhead of,
Sure.
of flying people
Yeah.
in and the space of 10,000 square feet. You're 100,000 square feet. I'm sorry, and you only have 10,000 square feet. It's easier to to bring down the price.
Yeah.
To put the show on. So. The Allentown Comic Con was really cool there, so I think this will work really well there.
Yeah.
And, it'll be fun. It'll be a nice start. And we're planning on having some special things go on too. So
All right, cool. If I'm home, I'll be there for
Okay.
sure.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we hope to
that's,
have you there.
We need some more horror themed stuff in here now. I have in the other room. I have Freddy glove that Robert Englund signed for me,
Oh,
but
nice.
I need some machetes in here, man.
Yeah.
we need
Machetes.
You do.
yeah.
Just in
You have like
case.
samurai swords on the wall.
right.
Just in
but-
case of the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, well, we need to represent more horror themed things in here. I
Cool.
think so.
Yeah.
You know, besides throwing blood on the walls, I don't know if that violates our lease
Well, we
agreement.
gave you a
Oh,
little
good.
standee
Yeah,
here.
this
so
is cool,
there's,
yeah.
That's huge.
That's
we,
all. Yeah, that's all. It's slow. It's building. I have I have a little Father Evil 3D printed
Yeah,
over
yeah, yeah,
back
that's
over
right.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pee-wee is new up there.
yeah. Paul Rubens.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
so yeah, we'll get there. Well, this is big news, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
What-
I have this idea for a while, so I'm glad we actually.
Were you
did
at
it.
the con and you were like, "Bing"? Is that what happened?
I think we had
No.
the idea before that.
Okay.
I think it's when we were there is when we started to inquire about the place
Okay.
and the space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think that's.
But I like the vendors have followed me like from the other shows
Sure.
and they're really loyal people and great people, and I wanted to do a show that featured that.
That's cool, man. Very rare. That's very rare, actually.
Well, I also love Joe and Trenton Punk Rock Flea Market
Yeah.
and those guys, and I talked to Joe before I even decided to announce this to make sure it was cool with him because I didn't want to step on any
Sure.
toes either, and he was totally great, with it, and I'm sure he'll
Yeah.
be there with the table and.
You know, apples and oranges. I like it when you guys can work together. When everyone can work.
Yeah,
together.
well, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what we all want to work together. We have a group of people now that are working together, and I think it's really great and to build the horror community. And in Allentown, there's really not much for horror, and that's the biggest reaction we're getting is like, oh my God, we need this in this town. Like, I joined the Lehigh Valley horror community on Facebook, and that's all they're saying.
Yeah, they're strong.
So-
I've heard Allentown as described as a horror show, but that's
I like it.
I've been
It's
there. I
good.
like Allentown. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They have good.
There's cool parts to it. for
Yakko's
sure.
hot dogs. I'm a big fan.
Ooh, tell
There
me
is-
more.
There is a diner literally on the street of the show.
Is
where the
there?
show
Okay.
is. So they also have food there that's pretty good. They had
Okay.
pierogies that were really good.
Big in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of like a step back in time when you go in there, and I love it.
It's really cool. Yeah,
it's
there's
cool.
a lot of I don't know, a lot of like cool antique shops.
Yeah.
There's this one store I think I went into where I found like a whole box of like old school Backstreet Boy cards. So I was like super excited about that.
And you're a big BSB
but it's like
fan.
I am. I'm
Huge.
huge. But it's cool. And then upstairs they have like a model train.
Yeah, it's like the
thing.
biggest model train expo in
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the world or something. It's very impressive.
Okay.
He showed us it, and there's actually a lake built in the middle of it
Mm-hmm.
that they built. It cost like millions of dollars to make apparently, and there's rain and thunder and lightning.
Every so often there's a show.
They do like a 30-minute show with
Okay.
these model trains. It's a huge. It's incredible. You'll see it. You'll see it. It's.
Yeah.
Well, when we were there, I spent like an hour in there looking at everything.
And
'cause-
that's the cool part about I think of the location is that there's just more to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You come, you hang with us,
Right.
And there's also and the
do
same
that.
thing with the HorrorCon in Atlantic City. You know, we were in Woodbridge, we were in Edison, which was great, and a very good location, especially for the tri-state.
Sure.
But going down to Atlantic City, there's just so much more to do.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a great weekend to spend the weekend and
There's,
come down and.
Some more ways to get into trouble in AC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I may have found some of them. Yes,
So yeah, I think that's the most intriguing part for me. I think so.
that's cool.
Yes.
And if you're in Jersey, from where we are currently in Eatontown, New Jersey, it's maybe a little over an hour to get to Allentown. It's really not that far.
It's right off 78.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
And there's a kind of a main drag of stores and diners and restaurants too. So it's in a good location.
That's
I think.
great.
Yeah, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool. Congratulations. And
Thanks.
yeah, if
Thanks.
you're a vendor, get your tables in. Now they probably will
Yeah.
sell out. So
Yeah, we sold a lot. I'm not sure on the number, but it's been
Yeah.
pretty good.
And
So-
honestly, if you are a vendor and you have any questions, email Ryan or email me or just message, either of the pages. Ryan manages them, and we try to respond as quick as possible, and we're up to, any inquiries and questions and concerns and all of that.
Yeah, there's ngharcon@gmail.com or horrorsideshowmarket@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the vendors sign up now. No dinky 6-foot tables here. You get a full 8 feet. Everybody.
Yeah, that's what they
8
have there.
feet.
They have 8-foot tables.
No 6-foot tables.
No. You'll be noticed there. There's free electric. We're gonna have black tablecloths, and it's gonna be good. It's 10 to 5 too, so it's not like a really long day.
Mm-hmm.
You can go home and rest afterwards or whatever. And I think there's a lot of people that come to that place just because of what it is already.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's parking right there. It's a pretty easy load in. So I liked everything about it. So it's gonna be good. And so we're
That's awesome.
that's in June, but we have the HorrorCon coming up in March, so that's coming up close.
That's what I said. That's what I said when you guys got
Fast.
in here. Is it's January, February always goes quick.
Yeah.
Yep. We have a crazy Saturday night plan too, so I have a lot of going. There's going to be a lot going on.
All right. What? Anything you can announce yet?
Well, we hope to bring the karaoke back.
Okay, that was great.
Yeah, it was great. I talked to the karaoke guy
It's a
already.
great idea, right?
Can't say that. No, we basically took over a whole bar, and it was packed to the
The
gills.
bar
man.
loved it. The guy
Yeah.
loved it that owned it.
Yeah, there were people spilling out. I'm like, dude, you guys need to get more bartenders next time, because I don't think they anticipated
No.
that kind of crowd.
No,
But
yeah.
there were people spilled out on the outside, and it was fun, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm working on it with Mick Garris will do his thing at 8, and then Jason Marsden might be doing something with some other guests that night as well, and we might have some bands playing. So there's going to be a lot going on.
That's awesome.
So I think Ari's band is going to play First Jason.
Yeah,
So-
Ari Lehman's got
Yeah.
a band called First Jason.
They're really good, and they have a new album coming out, and he's going to do something special, I think, for people that come to the show. And excuse me, we're going to work it all out soon. But
Cool. I had no idea he had a band, and then I was at another con where I met a guest. He was like, "Oh man, I think he was in Minnesota, like way in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota," and he was like, "Oh man, the dude who was the very first Jason and the first Friday the 13th at the end, he has his own band, and I went to go see it, and it was crazy." And I'm like, "Ari Lehman? I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
know him." Like,
well, I think he's from Chicago, so he's going to be driving with his
Okay.
band to the show.
so what? Long story short, good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and the showboat's always awesome, and I'm pretty excited about that. And it's gonna be a good guest list, and we have some great vendors. I mean, I think we have some guest list. I know there's gonna be at least one guest this week,
Okay.
and maybe 2. We're hoping for 2.
All right, I see your hand like it's hovered over the button, over the announce button. It's like, oh, not yet. You gotta wait for
I'm
all
waiting.
the I's and
wait.
T's to get crossed. Basically.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. And I've been for a couple months now and working on one guest, so we're hope that it comes through. And you never know because people's schedules sometimes don't line up,
Right.
and March is sometimes a tough month. I feel like it's easier to get people in the September show than it is the March for some reason. I don't know why, but
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
the
know.
holidays.
Yeah, end of the
Like
year.
you
I
said.
have no idea.
Yeah. And but you're gonna be there too at the HorrorCon.
I will be there. I don't. Yeah, I can't remember if we announced that before. Official announcement.
We'll
Everybody.
do an official announcement.
Yeah, if you were on that fence waiting to get tickets, hop off that fence. I'll have a whole podcast set up
Yeah.
coming in. I can't speak for anybody else. Although I know Brian Johnson enjoys the convention as well,
Yeah.
so he may be down
You guys
there.
are always invited, of course.
Yeah.
And like you had a full podcast.
Yeah, we had
sold out.
We had a whole setup. We recorded I think 9 or 10 podcasts, which are online right now, which you can listen to them. And if you have a podcast, you can come podcast with me, talk horror, talk whatever you want. If you've been thinking about podcasting, then come
Yep.
sit
Come
down and
here,
rock
too.
the mic, man. Yeah, you can come here too.
This is a great place, and anybody that has a business or wants to talk about anything should come here
Yeah.
and podcast with you.
Yeah, literally, you can talk about anything. But I
It's
like,
awesome.
I like podcasting at the New Jersey Horror Con and Film Festival. So you hear the crowd behind
Yeah.
you, and then you never know who will stop by and talk into a mic as well. So
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's very
it's-
true.
that's what I'm saying. You never know who's just going to show up and walk around. I used to see at Chiller Theater. I used to see John Landis walking
Yep, just
around.
walking
Just
around.
walking around. And he's the
walking around.
director of Animal House and Blues Brothers, and
Did you get any of the guests to sit down with you? And
I'm trying to remember if I went, because sometimes I'll go around and talk to people.
Yeah.
I think they're all too busy to. They were doing their own thing. It's easier to get up and just talk to them for 5 minutes at their tables.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could have been a little more forward. I'm friends with half of them.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
you know them.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Cool.
It's everybody knows each other. It's a very small family.
Yeah, that's a good word. Family. It's definitely a family. So the
Yeah.
one big dysfunctional, like.
And we have our family. You know, we bring back people sometimes from the other shows, which I think is cool. And if someone didn't get a chance to meet them that time, bring them back this time. And so, you know, like Amelia Kincaid and Linnea Quigley, and John Cassier, and so, you know, John was awesome. He was at our first show, but the Crypt Keeper,
Right.
He'll do like a voicemail for you or
Man.
whatever.
Can you imagine
as a
getting that at the end of your phone? The other end of
Yeah.
the phone? That's crazy.
He was in The Grinch recently. He did voices for that, I know,
Yeah.
and I think he did Animaniacs or something.
Wow.
And he's done a lot of stuff.
So just to clarify,
Disney.
vendor table still available, I imagine.
Yeah,
Going quick, though?
Yes, we need the booths go faster than the tables because
Okay.
we have a lot more tables.
Sure.
So yeah, we're getting there, but I would definitely sign up soon, just in case, because it does always sell out. Really, even if it's right before the show, it usually sells out of space. And we actually are kind of changing some of the layout a little bit, so there's a little less room than last time.
That's amazing. And I just want to give you guys a little testimonial here. I'm a part of a Facebook fan group.
Yeah.
Not really a fan group, a Facebook group called Rate That Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
And
Wow.
I
it was
know.
originally started because a con in Texas had absolutely crumbled and burned to the ground. So all the people kind of gathered there to vent about it. And it turned into kind of a community for kind of promoters, con goers, vendors to, if a con goes great, they'll talk about it. If a con goes horribly bad, they'll talk even more about it.
Yeah.
But the question came up, which said, hello, everybody. How do you feel about NJ HorrorCon? And glowing reviews all around. Great promoters. Everyone is great. This from I won't name this from one of the agents.
Yeah.
I'll say her name. Tabitha Minshew of Minshew
Oh, yeah.
Entertainment. Everyone's great from my
She has
experience.
Miko.
My clients love going. Stan Konupka, who is a vendor, I loved it. Sold out of all my books by Saturday evening.
Wow.
Promoters are real nice people and super fans as well. Out of 10, I give it a 9.
Awesome.
Come on, man, give it a 10, bro.
What happened
Yeah.
to the 1 point?
Yeah. Not to mention it was affordable, so people were doing it again for sure. But this time I'm bringing more books.
Good.
Awesome.
Great job, Stan.
Yeah.
Great job. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, that's great. I'm a part of that group. I didn't even see that post.
It was posted 16 hours ago.
Oh,
and,
wow,
it's got
so recent.
glowing reviews. So, yeah.
That's great.
Well, we try our hardest to put on the best show, and everyone works really hard, and it takes a group effort, and it's just we live it every day, honestly, until the next show, and then it's like start all over again. So
Yeah, and just to reiterate, this group,
Yes.
they're waiting. If you screw up, man, they're all over you. They're waiting. They're waiting to
What is
criticize
this group
you.
called? My
It's called
gosh.
Rate That Comic Con.
Jeez, I'm gonna look this
Yeah,
up.
it's they don't do it to be critical. They're very honest, and
I get it,
and
yeah,
there are a lot
for
of
sure.
shady shows out there where
course.
they rip off the fans.
yeah,
So, rip off some of the guests, some of the vendors. They advertise a show that they can't back up, and therefore the vendors get screwed. And these are people who do this for a living. So
I like good and bad comments
yeah.
anyway. It's okay. I take the criticism well. I used to be in a band where it's all what happened, so I'm used to it.
yeah,
I
so
get it.
the fact that you got glowing reviews such as this is a very
Yeah.
good sign. Very
Yeah.
good sign.
And you can always improve yourself, I think. So we're always, every show we're trying to improve and make it better and do more and be a little unique with the film
Sure.
festival and like the set building and bring like people into the movie kind of. So
Yeah, an
know.
experience. It's an experience.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just a con; it's an adventure.
Yeah, and you definitely have adventures in Atlantic City. So we'll definitely be in Showboat this show and the next one.
Okay.
So I know
September
that for
as well, yeah.
sure. When those dates are going to be, I believe, the 27th, that weekend of that.
Oh, okay. Mark it in pencil.
We're working
everybody.
on it right now,
Mark
yeah.
your
Yeah.
calendar in pencil.
We like to book it. We have to
Good
book it
dates.
in advance. So, So yeah, I believe it's usually the 21st
Okay.
weekend, but we're gonna do it the week after.
News to me. There we go.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been talking to the Showboat about it. So,
Cool.
but the Showboat is, I believe, definitely renovating their floor too. So,
Wow. Okay.
they put walls up recently, so it's like a sheetrock wall all the way around, so you can't really see from the hallway anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Before there was like vinyl. It was like just vinyl. It was like a
Yeah.
vinyl ban. There were just banners covering
yeah.
it, so you couldn't see through.
I'm
And
not
not
really
even all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure what else they're doing
Wow.
because
Okay.
we don't know sure, but they did that already. So
Yeah, which is good because prior I was there. I think like a year before you guys moved down there, and
Yeah.
the bar wasn't even open.
yeah,
There were no restaurants, and they've definitely made an effort to
Yeah.
welcome
Oh, yeah.
conventions there.
well, I
So
think
their
they're trying to
amenities-
become more like a convention hotel, and it seems to be working really well. So
It makes sense. There's a real convention center isn't anywhere near the boardwalk, so you can't. There's nothing. There's really nothing around it.
I think it's great near the boardwalk, like having the show. You have the beach, the boardwalk, the restaurants, the Hard Rock and the Ocean Resort and Showboat, all right there.
Yep.
Like at your fingertips.
Right.
So there's so much to do. I mean, everyone was doing all this. I mean, they were doing all the guests loved it. So things are open late at night, and it's not like, okay, everything closes at 10. Because I think the first hotel we were at, the restaurant closed at 10 p.m.
I remember the bar did too. We were like, well,
So-
what now?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
We learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So this is, everything is a learning experience, and we try to improve every time, make the show the best we possibly
You went
can.
from that extreme to a city where most of the bars don't close at all. They're all 24/7.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing. So
Yeah, well-
bars should never close.
If you're staying there all weekend, you want something open.
Right.
I mean,
That's
even
true.
when you're on vacation.
I think we even went at one point at like 3 a.m. to go get a burger
Yep,
at
bam,
Hard Rock
bam,
because we
getting-
were just like, we need food.
Yep.
after we were cleaning
And that
up.
was it.
And
Yeah.
You can get a burger.
It
Yeah.
was like
3 a.m. It's
Monday
great.
morning.
A
'cause
good
that-
burger.
After the long cleanup Sunday night.
Yeah.
And all our staff and all our people work really hard to help make the show happen
Yeah.
too. So it's like I said, it's really important. Everyone's important, and the film festival, we've had so many submissions too this year. So this go around, so it's going to be a little difficult, and I might have to actually do 2 screening rooms this time. So we'll see.
Well, hey, that's double the fun. And then that it's. I like the film festival. I popped in a couple of the films while I was there.
Yeah, Tony Goggles does a great job of helping pick the movies.
Yeah.
and he's awesome.
And
So,
my friend CJ Cullen, who has a
Yeah.
podcast here at the studio called for the Hang On Your Shorts Film Festival, popped in on one of the films he was in. So it was a.
yeah, he's
it
a
was
nice
cool.
guy.
Cool.
I've met him a few times. Yeah.
And then I know a lot of the guests popped into the film fest as well. It was right there. You could just pop
Yeah.
in, watch a short for 5 to 7 minutes.
that is
and
going to
pop
be in a
back out.
different spot
Okay, cool.
this time. We're going to get rid of that area. It's going to be in a bigger area.
Okay,
So
I think
that's a part of the move. It's the film festival. The Q&A might move. We're, making a few
improvements,
changes.
everybody.
Yeah.
Upgrades.
Exactly.
I love it.
Well, with the walls too, it helps keep the sound in too. So
Right.
we have more options.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I just want to say hi to some people on Facebook here
Go for it.
commenting like crazy. Actually, Eric Sellen is driving back from New Orleans, listening to us.
Eric.
Sorry for putting you to sleep, but hi, Eric.
Oh, Eric, as you know, brings the show cars, the movie
Yes.
cars.
And he
so
does our photo ops.
He does photo ops as well.
Yep. Chris Sarney, Jim, hello, Manny, Lauren, Lisa, Rich.
Rich, yeah, man.
Hi, guys.
Kimberly and Steve Jordan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Barnett,
everybody.
hello. Yes.
Yeah.
Manuel Antonio is
Damien.
longtime staff
Sorry.
member over there. Make sure he keeps you safe. You don't want to mess with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole Hill, Rich Longo. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Dale Midkiff, he says, how about him for the con? He is coming. He's the father in Pet Cemetery.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Oh,
he's
that's
joking.
right.
All right, he's joking around then. He's like, wait, what about me? He's like, you're invited, dude. All right, that's cool. That's great.
Yeah, Jim. What's Jim saying? Can't wait. Okay, good. Yeah, Jim is one of our
Staffers.
guys.
Yeah, I think Pet Cemetery. Like Mike Zapsik's favorite line is that sometimes dead is better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
the thing.
new Pet Cemetery movie is actually coming out a week after our show, so there's going to be a lot of probably hype for that. I think, and I think
Gear up, everyone.
what's his
gear
name?
up.
Isn't it John Lithgow? Lithgow?
Oh.
Oh, does he play the
He's in
the,
it.
dude, the cemetery?
Yeah,
The old dude.
I believe so.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's good casting right there.
yeah,
All right.
he's always good. So I
Right
think
on, man.
we'll see how it is. But the first, you can't. It's hard to mess with the first one. So I don't really. Remakes are tough.
They are. Yeah, with the very few exceptions. Do they ever live up to the original? Very few.
Very
exceptions.
rarely.
Yeah.
We did watch the Jumanji sequel.
No, how
I
was it?
guess.
The
That
Welcome
was
to the
good.
Jungle.
Okay, so I fell asleep, but
Okay.
I was tired.
Okay.
Morning show problems.
Sure.
It was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it.
Jack
it was
Black's
good.
funny.
Yes. Yes. But I thought better than Kevin Hart. I was
Okay.
surprised. I thought Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart's funny. But Jack Black, he made that movie. That was good. You didn't see it?
I have not seen
should
it
watch
yet.
it.
Yeah, you should.
not
It's,
seen it
it's
yet.
And
good.
we watched the Bandersnatch thing. too.
Black Mirror.
On Black.
Okay, that's kind of it's horror related.
Yeah.
I'd say more psychological, but
It was
It's really cool.
great.
okay.
Very,
It was
it's
great.
interactive. So you
Oh, right.
you get to pick.
Choose your own adventure, everybody.
Right.
But it brings you back if you mess up.
so
it
there,
does?
so it's
You have to pick the right.
Okay. I haven't
right.
seen
There's
that
there's an
either.
actual ending because our thought was, oh well, we'll pick one way and then go back and
Yeah.
rewatch the whole thing and pick the other way. But what ends up happening is if you pick, I guess, the quote unquote wrong choice, it'll show you what happens.
Okay.
But then it'll bring you back to that very scene,
Okay, so
and you
I got
have
it.
to pick the other one because
Right.
that's like the right path.
Yeah.
There's a
all-
reason too why, and I don't want to give it away, but there's a reason why you're making the decisions, and you end up actually finding that out later in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I recommend it.
If only
Yeah.
real life were like that. It's like, oops. Let's go
Rewind.
back, yeah.
And they like recap it real quick, and then they bring you back. To
Yeah.
where you were.
Right.
So it's really a really well done. It's
Yeah.
very it's different. I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And Black Mirror in general is different.
Yeah,
So-
it's actually one of my favorites because I'm a big Twilight Zone
Oh,
fan.
yeah, which
I
is,
love the
Cook,
Twilight Zone.
Which
and,
no secret that's where it got its inspiration.
right.
From.
Oh,
So,
100%.
yeah.
And it's very futuristic but realistic at the
Right.
same time. Like I can totally see some of that stuff happening.
right.
Some of them are disturbing, but I think if you're into the Twilight Zone, it's a show to definitely watch. And like I said, it's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. So yeah.
Always
cool.
watching new stuff. So it's we are movie lovers
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
for
Yeah.
sure.
we're
Fantastic.
fans as well as promoting the show.
Right.
So we got the New Jersey Horror Con March 29th, 30th, 31st, and then June 8th and 9th is the Horror Sideshow Market.
Busy
In
year,
Allentown.
guys.
Yeah, you guys
Busy
are. You
year.
guys,
And then another show in September.
you guys are nuts. And then who knows what else you
And then a
add
wedding.
on. And then a wedding. Yeah.
And another horror sideshow, possibly later in the year.
Yeah,
We'll see
depending
how
on
it
the.
goes.
You can almost book that one, but we'll see how
Yeah.
this one goes first.
No,
So,
yeah,
smart.
I think it's going to be
Yeah.
great, and
that's great.
we're excited for both, and we're working every day to get the shows to be the best they can. So,
Yeah, for sure.
and we try to keep the prices the same and keep celebrities low with their autographs, and so there's more of an experience for the fans
Yep.
and people that come, because that's what I would want. So we're ready to go. We're gonna.
Yeah,
This is our
fantastic.
first podcast of the new year.
Yeah, happy
Oh,
New
yeah.
Year, guys.
Oh
Happy
wow!
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy Horror New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back next month sometime.
Yep.
Yep. And
Maybe we'll have a guest next month.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, people. Big reaction to Father Evil.
Yeah.
He
Cool.
was
Yeah.
Great.
So NewJerseyHorrorCon.com, everybody. Bookmark it. Get
Yep.
it tattooed on your arm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just don't forget that one.
I have it on my buttocks, my left buttock.
Nice. Nice. I hope.
No.
Well,
No.
you own it, so you can tattoo whatever you want.
Branded.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh,
hurts.
branded.
I don't think they did it right.
Yeah.
On that note,
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
bye. Thank you.
Bye.